Hi, Jerry Mona with Boater Input with another video on my series on cool or interesting products from the 2025 Houston Boat Show. And today's product is a bit unusual, and the best way to explain it is just to simply show you what it is. This is called Fliteboard, and it's an electric hydrofoil, which means it is basically a surfboard with a mast and an electric motor underneath that will enable you to fly or hover over the surface of the water. And so now we're going to go down to the Houston Boat Show where Trey from M2 Sports is going to tell you a little bit more about it. Hi, Jerry Mona here. Hey, this is one of the coolest products that I've seen at the boat show, and it's what they call a Fliteboard. And I'm going to have Trey here, who is M2 Sports, tell us a little bit about it. So Trey, what is this and what can it do?
This is what they would call an electric hydrofoil or an eFoil. It essentially makes riding more accessible to people that want to ride on a regular basis without having to launch a boat or any of those. It takes it to freshwater or saltwater, whether you're ripping waves or riding on a completely flat, buttery evening, are going to give you resources to make the water as convenient as possible.
Okay, very good. All right, so how difficult is it to ride this thing? I mean, how long does it would take someone to learn how to actually get up on it?
Most of the time when I do demos with people, within an hour, usually 30 minutes, I can at least get them up on the water, riding on the board. And then generally within a couple of times of use, you find flight and get up on plane and you're riding that wing and really experiencing flight.
Okay, so speaking of riding the wave, what kind of speed does it take to get up and hover over the water, and then how fast can this thing go?
That would depend on your wing shape that you have and the surface area of your wing. So if you have a larger wing like this, which is a 1500 jet cruiser, this is going to be able to get you on top of the water at about 10 miles per hour on your wing.
Okay.
Whereas something that has less than half of the surface area of this wing would be closer to about 14 miles per hour.
Sense. Okay. Okay, so that's going to give you more lift, basically.
Correct. More lift, more glide, higher stall speed, lower stall speed.
And then in terms of top speed, what kind of top speed can you achieve?
They can run about between 35 and 40 miles per hour based on what battery you have, what drive you have, and also your weight of your rider and your equipment.
Okay. And so what kind of person do you see buying, what would your customer look like who's buying the Fliteboard?
Anywhere between, water sports enthusiasts to, tech enthusiasts, or even people that come from, motorsports.
Okay. And I know you got a couple of different types of configurations here, but how much is something like this going to cost?
They range anywhere between $7,000 and about $18,000.
Okay. And is that for the entire setup with the board itself as well as the propulsion system?
Yes, that would be your lithium-ion battery, your mast, and also your board configuration and your wing.
And so another thing that some people may be wondering about is, the safety of this item. So if you're riding along on this board and it happens to run aground, let's say in the sand or something like that, what's going to happen there? How safe is that?
So about Fliteboard, especially, they have more safety features built into their products than anyone out there right now, by far. From shutting itself off, whether it tilts past 70 degrees, or if it detects water on top of the surface of it, like you're porpoising it, or even, if your remote gets farther from your board than what it needs you to be, and then it'll shut itself off, and then it will disarm it, and then you are a small sequence to activate it again before you're off to go, so it doesn't fire off while you're still trying to kind of get situated.
So it's going to disable and you can actually retrieve your board. See, and I'm a slalom skier and a wakeboarder, and I've wiped out plenty of times in the water, but I've never wiped out where I'm elevated above the water quite like that. So what's that like? Is it similar kind of thing, or what's a wipeout like?
I have a lot more fun falling on an eFoil than what I do a wakeboard or slalom ski or anything like that. A lot of times, my comfortable speeds range anywhere from about 12 miles per hour to about 28 miles per hour, more similar to what you'd have, skiing. And with that, oftentimes, if I end up off of the board, once you kind of learn how to fall, you're having fun with it. You know, don't end up in situations where I feel like I am in danger in that. However, if there are people that are particularly interested in safety precautions, you know, I carry helmets as well as, you know, offer instruction and make sure that you have all the tools and resources that get you as safe as what you want to be.
Okay, so it sounds like it's not going to be much different or any worse than like falling off, wiping out on a wakeboard.
Absolutely not. No, I retired from wakeboarding to pick this up.
Very good. And the last question, where could someone get more information or buy one of these?
You can get more information on fliteboard.com or also through my shop at M2 Sports in Conroe in Houston off of I-45 and 1488. I offer demo programs as well as education, and also carry a full line of inventory to be able to show you and contrast and compare every single variety.
Well, very good, Trey. Hey, that looks like a lot of fun. I'd love to try one someday.
Come on out. I'll have you in a second.
So thank you for your time today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye now. So Fliteboard was acquired by Brunswick in 2023. And if you go to the company website and click on configure, you can see that they offer a number of different models ranging from about $7,000 all the way up to $18,000, as Trey had mentioned. And then if you click on an individual model, you can configure it with different options for the foil, for the propulsion, for the wings, and then the battery. Now they have 3 different battery options ranging, will give you different foiling times between 45 minutes all the way up to 2.5 hours. I will leave a link in the video description to the Fliteboard site as well as to M2 Sports near Houston in case you're in that area and want to check one out. Well, if you enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and click on that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel to get my latest tips and insights to help you purchase, equip, and maintain your boat. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the water.